Madam Speaker, my question is for the Minister for Immigration and Border Protection. Will the minister update the House on recent actions of our border agencies that are helping to protect Australians?
I call the Honourable the Minister for Immigration and Border Protection.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member for Hume for his question. And before I respond, I just wish to note the announcement today of the appointment of my own department secretary to be the secretary to the Department of Health, and I'm sure previous ministers for immigration would join with me in commending him on his service in that department. He is a fine public servant and an outstanding Australian, and we wish him all the best. Madam Speaker, this government is committed to border protection and is committed to keeping Australians safe, and that's why we have committed $49.6 million to establish the counter-terrorism units at airports around our country, which will ensure that there is increased CCTV surveillance at those airports, increased resources for those to engage in physical examination of baggage and personal effects and other items, and to collect intelligence and be engaged in the processing of persons who there is a suspicion may be involved in things of a criminal nature and where they may be travelling or where they may be coming from. In addition, $100 million, Madam Speaker, as part of that major package, has been put into the works of enhanced departure screening and enhanced biometrics at our airports, which will also further to bolster the work which is being done at our airports to keep Australians safe and to pursue the very important measures we are putting in place as part of that broader counter-terrorism initiative. And that is being done here, Madam Speaker, I note, as well as overseas, working closely with airlines and other partners. This will be supported, Madam Speaker, by a package of legislation which will enforce and assist and enhance the value of these measures which are being put in place by the government. But these measures are not in isolation, Madam Speaker, because earlier this year the government put in place $88 million for increased screening of both air and sea cargo, which alone in 2013-14 saw, at least in air cargo, another 90,000 consignments which were screened as a result of that initiative. Now, that comes on top of, Madam Speaker, some $700 million and more, which was put into the budget for the establishment of the Australian Border Force and enhancement of the Customs and Border Protection Services capacities in relation to all of their border protection operations. Now, that goes across the full gamut, Madam Speaker, but I note in particular it has resulted in an increase, or a continuation, I should say, Madam Speaker, of drug detections at our airports. Just last month alone, 440 kilograms of illicit drugs and precursors were detected at our airports, and has ensured that we, in one case in particular, there was 150 litres of brown camphor oil containing safrole. Now, that is a prohibited chemical in Australia, commonly used as a precursor in the manufacture of MDA. Now, that oil has the capacity to produce approximately 1 million ecstasy tablets, Madam Speaker. This is the strong and good work being done by our Customs and Border Protection Service, and, Madam Speaker, our borders are strong as a result.
Before I